So first of all, I wanted to tell everyone, in case you don't know who I am, I'm Shalini Prasad. I'm a professor in bioengineering. I've been with UTD Bioengineering since when it started. So this was back in 2010 to 2011 when we were just getting started as a department. I am now the department head, and everybody here in the department, pretty much are like one big family. And so this is the community that I care about. To me, it's home. And I'm sure it's home for all of you for the next how many ever years. For some of you, it's 4. For some, you're getting close to graduation, and so on. So the idea is that you're a bioengineering commit for life. Yes, we are excited that we are starting this new year, academic year, on Monday. And the idea here is that we are going to be in person. You must have received, of course, email intimation from our president indicating that we are doing a de-densified approach for the first 3 weeks. So I'm sure you might have questions about that. This meeting is this little welcome is not entirely about that. What I did want to address that getting in is that please be sure to contact each of your instructors in the various classes you are registered for, because they are the best in terms of telling you what's happening to that specific class. So everyone is using their best judgment to keep everybody safe. And at the same time, we want you to have as much of an in-person experience as you can. And again, do what makes best sense to you. Your instructors are here to make this a positive experience, and we are all in this together as a community to make this happen. So now let me talk a little bit about bioengineering itself. So bioengineering, as a department, we are, we've risen exponentially in the last 10 years. We are now the top ranked bioengineering program in North Texas and the 3rd in the state, and 33rd among public universities across the country. So that took a lot to get there. And it happened basically because of you, our students, and how the students' success has helped the faculty and staff shape this department. So we are equal partners in your success and how you grow and spread your wings and achieve the next important thing in your life. Of course, for many of you, it might be the first time you're getting back to campus. A lot of things in the classrooms are different pre-pandemic. We have taken a lot of precautions to make sure to keep that environment as safe as possible. Please follow the instructions of your instructors. There are quite a few new instructors today in this meeting. You'll be meeting quite a few of us. The thing that I do want to tell you is in bioengineering, there are a couple of things that we do which is unique to us vis-a-vis other people in engineering. One, we focus a lot on research. So we encourage our undergraduates to be in research labs, to have that research experience, because many of you have aspirations to go into professional school, whether it's a medical school, something in the healthcare profession, or go and get a PhD. So it's a good opportunity to explore research, and maybe you don't like it, and that's fine too. So the opportunity to do this, all our faculty research labs are now open, and please reach out to the faculty. This is a good way to get to know the faculty in the department as you start taking classes with many of them as you progress through the program. So as freshmen, you might be a little timid to reach out. Don't worry, we are all here. If we don't respond to your emails, reach out again, and also reach out to the academic staff who'll be introducing themselves to help make those connections. The undergraduate study plan for bioengineering allows you to explore and take 4 electives in the plan. So you can take many of these in different areas of research that the department has. The department has about 6 areas of research, and we have what are known as research faculty or the tenure system faculty. All these people have research labs. They take on undergraduates to have undergraduate research experiences. They are the ones who also teach some of these electives, which are focused in these areas. And these are classes that you can explore as well as do their research in their labs. So the 6 areas are, of course, bioimaging, biosensors, biodevices, biomechanics, biomaterials, neural engineering, and computational and systems biology. So in these are faculty, there are 19 tenure track faculty, as they're called, or the research faculty, and there are 19 unique labs. If you want to do research, you're not just limited to bioengineering. You can do research even with other departments in engineering, and you can also do research as an undergrad with UT Southwestern, the medical school with whom we are partnered, and we have a joint graduate program. And so this, if you are interested in that, please do reach out to Dr. Betsy Willis and Andy Rhodes. They'll be introducing themselves later in this meeting. And these are the people that you need to start with to be able to make those connections and move forward. So this is so I have now spoken quite a bit about research and the research areas. The second thing is in the department, if you do have questions about, content in the classes, what's going to be taught by these instructors, please don't hesitate to reach out to the instructors. The advisor does a great job in getting you into classes and positioning you through your degree plan. But there are many things that you might want to know. It's like, is this content relevant to me? And this is, if your aspiration is maybe in biomechanics, what should you be doing? Whose research lab maybe that you should be spending some time in? Or how do I figure out which internship I should go after to do that? So these are the questions that the department can help you, and the department is committed to your success. So this is something that, please feel free to come to us. This year, we're going to try multiple opportunities whereby you can meet us, interact with us, mix with us, get to know us, so that we can truly build that communication with you, and so that you just don't have to see us when things get frustrating, you're not able to get into classes, and or your grades didn't post. All of those things are also things I like to solve, but I also want to see how we can partner with you to help you make the choices that you think are going to take you to your goal, because all your goals are different while you're still under bioengineering. We are a very large bioengineering undergraduate program. We are the largest in Texas and the third largest in the country. So there are lots of us, and we are very much focused in this experiential learning, hands-on building, laboratory experiences. So today you'll meet many of our faculty who will speak a little bit either about their research or what they're teaching, and how this experience can be further amplified, and you can have a well-rounded bioengineering COMET experience. So with that, I wanted to say welcome to the new year. Things will be different on campus. However, we are all on campus. You can come and meet us, and go through your classes in a more physical setting. And definitely each course, please talk to your instructor. You should be receiving communication from your instructor. If not, you can email your instructor. I hope all of you know how to use coursebook, and you're all on e-learning. Classes become active the first day on e-learning, and there'll be a lot of communication coming your way. If you are frustrated, you're not able to figure things out, do reach out to the department. We'll make sure we're connecting you and things go smoothly for you. I hope all of you have a fabulous academic year, and I'm looking forward to all the amazing things we can accomplish together this year on out. All the very best. And Ben, back to you.
All right, thank you. Next, we have Betsy Willis and Leah Matheson, who are going to talk about academic careers. So welcome, Betsy and Leah.
Excellent. Good morning. Well, welcome to the fall 2021 semester here at UT Dallas. And it's going to be an exciting and interesting start. And I know we're all anxious to be back on campus and seeing one another and being in person. I wanted to share with you this morning a few tips and thoughts on what you can do as a student to make your college experience the best that it can possibly be. So one of the important things I think to realize as a student is to think through why you are here. What motivated you to apply to college in the first place? So for some of us, and I know this was my experience coming out of high school, college was the expectation set in my home. My parents expected us to go to college and expected us to get a degree that ultimately we could go out and get a job with. So perhaps that's where your college experience started. And if that is the place where you started, I encourage you now that you're here to think through what is it that you really want to get out of your time here as an undergraduate student. So Dr. Prasad just talked through a lot of different research opportunities and exciting opportunities to engage with faculty and be a part of the department. So I encourage you to think about those opportunities she shared and more that you'll hear throughout the rest of this session today, and think about how those might align with your career goals and your academic goals while you're here. ECS Advising and the department are here to support you and to help answer questions, but ultimately you're in the driver's seat. I encourage you to take responsibility for your academic program, your academics while you're here at the university. You need to have a good understanding of your degree plan. And I have a few layouts of our degree plans that I'll share with you in the chat here in just a few moments. I don't know about you all, but some of those flow charts that ECS Advising uses with all the arrows and the lines, they get me confused. So this is hopefully a bit more easy to read layout of courses and course prerequisites and things like that I'll share with you in just a few moments. So a few general points on student success. So with regard to classes, be sure you're completing your assignments on time. If you're having difficulty, seek help from your teaching assistant, your TA, or your faculty member. Both of them will be having office hours, so seek out help. Ask them when you're having questions. Ask questions in class if that is also an invited opportunity. Perhaps the person sitting right next to you has the exact same question, but they may be too scared to answer it. So be the bold student in the classroom that raises their hand and answers the class. Also monitor your learning. Make sure that you are achieving certainly the points and understanding what faculty want you to learn in each class, but then also make sure that you're aligning with your academic goals that you've already set for yourself. A few notes on communication. So your UT Dallas email address is the official communication between you and the university. Your faculty and TAs, and certainly those of us in the department, will always email or contact you via your UTD email address, and the university requires students to do the same. Now, we are here to answer questions for you, but please refrain from emailing 5 people with the exact same question, because we're all talking to one another and we're all getting the same email. You're simply duplicating the efforts and such. Pick one person, ask one person, or if you're not sure, hey, I think it's one of these 2 people, put them both on the same email, and then we can collaborate and figure out who's going to respond to your email. Now, both in emails and in the classroom, be sure you're being formal when you address faculty members. I have a friend that I met in graduate school who told this horror story when he was an undergrad student. He called a professor Mr. And this professor did not take kindly to that. The professor quickly informed him in not so kind of a way that he was to address him by doctor or professor. So I encourage you to use utmost formality when addressing faculty members and staff at the university. Sometimes someone will say, hey, you know what, just call me Mr. So-and-so, or just call me whatever. And at that point, you are invited to use less formality. Again, we are here to help you. We are excited that you're here on campus. I am now going to turn it over to Leah Matheson to talk about some resources we have here on campus.
Hi, everyone. I'm Leah Matheson. I am the Academic Support Coordinator in the department, and I just wanted to touch on some resources across campus to help you succeed through advising, academic support, and just general career goals. So obviously by now you have interacted with ECS Advising. They are your main point of contact for all advising, but if for some reason something comes up, we in the department are happy to be a backup resource. The Student Success Center offers a ton of programming and groups to help you succeed throughout your academic career at UTD. They offer peer tutoring, the Writing Center, and also supplemental instruction groups for common courses that need advising or extra tutoring. The Student Organization Office offers a ton of options and activities throughout the year. And then the Graduation Help Desk in the Office of Undergraduate Education is designed to help you overcome obstacles that may impede a timely graduation, but honestly, they are trying to be a one-stop shop to answer any questions and point you in the right direction. So please use them. They are a huge resource on campus. And then the Career Center also is happy to help you find internships, plan ahead, and help you toward graduation. And back to Ben.
All right, thank you very much, Leah and Betsy. So next up, we have Dr. Dave Schmidtke, who is going to discuss the undergraduate curriculum with us. So, Dr. Schmidtke, I think I saw you there earlier.
Just having some Teams difficulties, so give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. Let's see. Okay, I just have a few slides just briefly to give an overview. Can everybody see my slides okay? So I'm Dr. Schmidtke, and as Dr. Prasad said, one aspect of our department is we do research quite a bit. And so I do research in a couple different areas: biosensors, bioelectronics, cell adhesion, and microfabrication. And as Dr. Prasad had mentioned, there are opportunities for you, even as freshmen, to engage in undergraduate research. So I would encourage you, if you're interested in a particular area, reach out to a professor and see if they have any opportunities for undergraduate research. And you can do it in a variety of different avenues. Sometimes you do it for course credit, sometimes you do it as a volunteer, and sometimes you actually might get paid for it, depending on if the professor has written it into their grants. So what do biomedical engineers do? So hopefully you have an idea already. That's why you chose the major. But I like this schematic because it shows there are lots of different areas that you can focus on in bioengineering. So you can focus in, biomaterials or tissue engineering. You can look at, biomedical or biosensors. You can look at biomechanics. You can look at neuroengineering. So there's just, when you graduate, there are a lot of different directions that you can go into. And so the question is, well, how can you do that? How can you go in all these directions of a single degree? Well, biomedical engineering, I would argue, is one of the unique engineering disciplines because it lies at the intersection of engineering, biology, and medicine, right? So you're going to have to take math. All engineers take math, right? You're going to take chemistry, which some engineers do, some don't. You take physics, they all take that, engineering classes, biology, but you're going to take biology. And so the biomedical engineering, you're going to get a curriculum that, will broaden your expertise and your background and your knowledge in a variety of different areas. And so thus, my comment that biomedical engineers really live at the intersection between physics, chemistry, and the life sciences. And so the way you will be prepared for that by the time you graduate is you're going to take general classes. So you're going to take math and chemistry and physics and biology. But then as part of the BME curriculum, we have a number of different core classes. And so this is a listing of it. Now we've made some changes to the curriculum from previous years. So previously we had a 1-semester physiology class, and we decided to break that up into a 2-semester sequence. To really help you become experts in physiology. We've also introduced a junior level design class. So normally you first get design really in your senior year. And so we wanted to start your experience in design, since that's an important component of engineering, in your junior year. So we've added a junior BME fundamentals design class. And then finally, you have other core classes that are required for a university degree. And so you'll see this adds up for about 128 credit hours. So as I said, one of the things we also did is we redesigned the curriculum to give you more electives. So, if you want to focus on tissue engineering, or if you have interest in drug delivery, we've now, expanded the number of biomedical engineering electives that you can take from, I think we had 2 or 3 to now 4. So you can really now focus in one particular area, or you don't have to. If you want sort of a more general background. You could take an elective in biomaterials. You could take a background in biosensors, tissue engineering. So we've given you more flexibility in the curriculum. And this is a list of the general classes that you're going to take. But then as far as electives, these are listed here. And so you can see there's a variety of different topics and areas that you can focus on. And so I think I will end there because I'm probably out of time. And I would answer any questions that people might have. Brief questions, since I think we want to stay on time.
Excellent. Any questions?
Hi, this is Connor. I'm a junior. I just have a quick question. That list of electives that you have, is that available anywhere? I just wanted to look at that.
We can make it available. I mean, you should be able to, through, course book, if you go for any given semester, you should be able to look at that. Betsy, is there any place else that we have a list of all the current electives? I think, on the UT Bioengineering page, if you look under course descriptions, there's a long list, but they're not necessarily clustered into electives.
Yeah, we usually publish a list with ECS advising. We will work to make this list available to students. Our electives do change and evolve as we have new faculty come on board. So we will update the list. We'll make it available to you. We can certainly put it on the Bioengineering website, and we will communicate with you as to where you can find that.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you for the question. Any other questions? All right. Well, if you think of any, go ahead and type them in the chat, or we'll have an opportunity at the end to have a little bit of Q&A. But thank you, Dr. Schmidtke. And now it's my portion. I'm going to tell you about some of the upcoming events and activities that we have coming up throughout the semester that you should watch out for. First one, and there's quite a few of them, so we've been trying to pack it with you all to make this a good semester and to help prepare you get ready for life. So our first one is our career fair on October 1st. That is still being planned, but that is being co-hosted with the Biomedical Engineering Society, which I'm sure they'll tell you a little bit about it when we visit with them next. We also have a series of discussions with the Career Center. First one's going to be on September 15th. That'll be a first gen and first year student panel. So if you are first gen or first year and you're trying to look for some advice on how to navigate college, that'll be a good one. After that, on the 6th of October, we have one on overcoming bias. So how do you overcome bias when you are applying for jobs or in the workplace? So that should be also a really good discussion. On the 27th of October, we have a discussion on networking to find internships, because that is just about the time that you want to start looking for those summer internships. It's coming up in October, November, December. And then on November 17th, we have something about networking 101 and how-tos. So when you talk about networking and small talk, if you want to call it small talk, basically how to strike up the conversation, this will be based on that. So this is getting some practice for you, so it doesn't feel quite so awkward if it's something that doesn't feel kind of normal for you. We also want to mention we do have weekly seminars. They're going to be a mix of online and in person. They're typically on Fridays at 1 p.m., so watch for announcements about those. We also have our undergraduate research poster competition coming up in November, so also watch out for announcements on that. I fully encourage you all to participate if you are doing research. It's a great experience to be able to present a poster. And then you probably have seen an email or two from me about the Bioengineering Startup Training Program, or the BEST program. That actually comes from the Institute of Innovation and Entrepreneurship, but they really have kind of designed that with us in mind. It's if you are any interest at all in startups or entrepreneurship, or if you have an idea that you just kind of want to see if you can flesh it out, or you just want to kind of get some experience and see what it's like in the business world, this is a really good one to attend. So it's only 8 meetings. They're on Fridays, late afternoons. I think it's from 4 to 5:15 or so. And this starts next Friday on the 27th. So I fully encourage attending that. If you need to see a copy of the email, just email me and let me know. ben.porter@utdallas.edu, and I'll get that information to you again. We have also started our very first REU program. We had our first summer REU, which is actually don't remember exactly what it stands for, but it's our undergraduate research program over the summer. We had 10 undergraduates join us this last summer. It went fairly well, and we will be doing it again next year. So we will be advertising that coming up in December. So if you are interested in getting a research experience over the summer, keep an eye out for that. Finally, I want to mention our LinkedIn group. We have both a group and a page. If you search for UT Dallas Biomedical Engineering on LinkedIn, you can join us there for announcements, for celebrations of people when they are doing well, when they have a paper or anything like that. We like to post it on there. And we do try to put up some other articles that we think are interesting to you. And it's also a great way to connect to alumni with Bioengineering department. So check that out. And then I will say one more thing. Betsy also kind of said it already, but read your emails. We're not trying to spam you, I promise. We are trying to just pass on information that we think is valuable and that you will find useful, that you will find some sort of value in that you can take and do something with. So if you see emails from us, please look through them. Make sure there's something that you don't need before you delete it or put it in spam. But that's one of our best ways to get announcements out to you. All right, so that's my quick little bit. And now I'm going to invite David Garada. Are you here with us today? I think I saw you earlier also.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you. You're a little bit quiet, but we can hear you.
Okay, sorry about that. Give me one second.
So David's going to talk to us about the Biomedical Engineering Society. So David?
Can you see the slides?
It's coming up, it looks like.
Okay.
There you go. Yes. We can see your computer. There we go.
All good?
All good.
Okay. Well, good morning, everybody. My name is David Gerada. I'm the Vice President of the Biomedical Engineering Society. And today I'm just going to give you a quick introduction and some general information on upcoming events that we have for the undergrads. So give me 1 second. Okay, so the mission and introduction of the UT Dallas chapter of the Biomedical Engineering Society is that we provide students with tools and resources to learn about and succeed in the biomedical engineering field, be it research, industry, all of that. This is our current officer team. So our president is Noreen Anwar. I'm the vice president. The treasurer is Sohail, and Zaina is our secretary. Then we have also a number of committee chairs. So each committee has a specific purpose, and all of our committee chairs conduct an event monthly for all students, but they are specifically for biomedical engineering majors to be able to succeed in whatever path they want to follow during their undergraduate career as well as after. So the education committee, its purpose is to assist students with understanding and formulating their degree plan. And to do this, we do a number of workshops. So in September, we're going to have a scheduled workshop. There have been various speakers here who have talked about understanding the degree plan. And we understand that this can be quite overwhelming, especially for any first-year students or for any student that wants to, for example, pursue medical school. And for that, we do have these numbers of workshops so that we can help you accommodate your classes the way they need to be accommodated, see where you need to take certain classes, all that. In October, we're going to have our med school workshop, and then in November, we'll have the grad school workshop, and we're going to talk about fast track. Our industry committee, they're the ones who put together the internship and career fair that I believe we do 2 now. There's one in the fall and one in the spring. So the one in the fall will occur October 1st. There's a fall industry spotlight day where they bring on a guest speaker from a large company to talk to you guys. And then, as it was also mentioned, there's a networking and exploring the BMES industry event, probably will happen in September. The research committee, like Dr. Prasad said, there's a lot of research going on in the department. And so we want to help undergraduate students giving them the tools to connect to the research that they want to pursue. And for that, we also have a number of workshops. So in September, we're going to have how to get a research position workshop. Then we're going to talk about REUs, which is research experience for undergraduates and the research programs in October. And in November, we're going to have a research student panel. There's a number of us undergrads who are engaged in research currently. And so we want to give incoming students and those that are interested in getting involved in research a perspective on how it works in the lab from our perspective rather than just, the professor perspective. Then the tutoring committee, the BMEN degree plan is challenging. It's fun, but it's definitely challenging. And so we want to provide members and undergrads the opportunity to get academic resources. The university does provide academic resources through the tutoring center and the SI, so that's supplemental instruction, but sometimes certain courses are not offered. And so we wanted to make up for that need. And so we will be conducting a number of study sessions as well as review sessions for exams. And if you're interested in becoming a tutor for a class that you did really well in and you really like, you can do that. We also have the opportunities for students to do that if they're interested. Our Philanthropy Committee, we want to connect engineering students to giving back to the community, and we have a number of events also to do that. This is a few of the ones that we have put together as of now. There will be more incoming, so just make sure to come to the general body meetings and you'll find out when they will happen. And just stay updated. We have a Facebook page, we have an Instagram page. There's the website here. It needs to be updated, but you can still join the mailing list. Emails will be the main way in which we will contact all of our members. Our first meeting will be September 7th at 7:30 p.m. September 6th at 7:30 p.m. So please make sure to come out. We also collect emails there so we can connect you guys with all of the events that are happening. And it will be the best way to keep up with everything that we do. And we're very excited to receive new members. Yeah, thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, David. So I will just say I heard some actually great advice yesterday about tutoring. Don't wait until you actually need the tutoring to start getting into it. There's absolutely no problem doing tutoring. Remember, we just want you to be successful. However you get that A, you get the A, right? So if you need some study guidance as you do it, use it, right? But don't always wait until you absolutely need it. So just kind of start easing in. And the fact that the Bioengineering Society has that is great. So take advantage of that full on. All right, thank you, David. So next, we would like to introduce some of our new faculty who have joined us over the past year and a half or so. And first, we have Dr. Kathy Brown. So welcome, Dr. Brown.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to introduce, what I'm doing here at UTD. I just finished my PhD, so that's the starting point this May. Before that, thank you. I was in industry for about 30 years, so this is a big career change. I'm starting teaching this fall as assistant professor of instruction. Half-time teaching, I'll be teaching computational methods using MATLAB and also components and systems, which is kind of like a junior design type of course, a little bit like that. And then in my research half-time, I'll be working with Dr. Hoyt in imaging, and my interests are ultrasound imaging in particular, and looking at cancer. So I look forward to meeting everyone around the campus in the BMEN building. Thanks.
Great, thank you. And I would also like to comment, so we did move many of the instructional faculty recently over the summer to ECS North. So we're a little bit easier to get hold of now. So we're all right in a row here. Actually, Dr. Brown's like 2 offices down from me, so.
Or ECS North, right.
ECS North, yes, yeah. So excellent, welcome.
Thank you.
Next, we have Dr. Yiqing Ding.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Ben. Yeah, hello everybody. Good morning. My name is Yi Chen Ding. As you know, I'm also a new assistant professor in biomedical engineering. So actually, I'm not that old, so no need to call me doctor or professor in my class or in the lab, as Betty suggested. Feel free to call me Yi Chen. Yeah, actually, this semester I'm gonna teach BMEN 4110, the biomedical feedback system lab class. So in this class, you are gonna learn how to use MATLAB and LabVIEW. I also see some of my students in this meeting. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email or reach out to me. And for my lab, actually, I'm working on the optical imaging and the virtual reality, some engineering stuff. If you are interested, please take a look at our website and feel free to send me an email to let me know your interest. All right, thank you.
Excellent, thank you. So next, yeah, absolutely, Dr. Jacopo Ferruzzi. So welcome.
Thank you, Ben, and good morning to you all. Welcome to UT Dallas. So my name is Jacopo Ferruzzi, and I joined, just like Yi Chang, I joined UT Dallas in the past year. I'm the principal investigator of the Tissue Mechanics and Remodeling Lab, or in short, TMR. My background is in biomechanical engineering, and I have trained and conducted research in the areas of vascular biomechanics and cancer mechanobiology, which are both quite a mouthful. So the central question that my lab seeks to address is how is self-tissue mechanics involved in disease initiation and also in progression. So as of courses, I'm currently teaching BMEN 2320 statics, which, as we saw from Dr. Schmidtke's slide, is a core course and introduces basic concept in engineering mechanics, so that you can understand more complex research problems. So I will likely have the opportunity to meet all of you. And at the same time, I'm developing a little more advanced courses in biomechanics to supplement what is already available in the curriculum. So with that, my lab is currently as one grad student and 2 undergrads that are helping us set up the lab. And so I welcome anyone that would like to discuss biomechanics, research interests, and anything else. So I wish you a great fall semester, and I look forward to meeting you all.
Awesome, thank you. And here we go, Dr. Caroline Jones.
Hello, thanks for inviting me, and I'm really excited to see all the students back on campus and get back to teaching in person. So I teach 2 classes, undergraduate classes right now. The class I'll be teaching this fall is Immunoengineering, and so that's a bit for the upper level students. It's BMEN 4V95. But it's very, very relevant to the current pandemic. If you're interested about any questions, we discuss a lot of these relevant questions about the vaccines, about why wearing masks is important, things to mitigate spread, and what does it mean that now there's a Delta variant. So we answer all these really cool questions, and so you can be a kind of proponent to the community. And then also in the spring, I teach BMEN 331, which is a required class. It's cellular and molecular engineering. It's part of that engineering physiology sequence. And then also, as Dave and a lot of other professors pointed out, I would really take advantage of any undergraduate research experience you can get. That's really one of the strengths of this school. So not only research during the semester, but during, maybe take a summer and really get into working full time in a lab and hopefully maybe getting your name on a paper. My laboratory works on immunoengineering. We design microfluidic platforms to measure immune cell function. And we also collaborate with UT Southwestern. So I have a small satellite lab at UT Southwestern where we get patient samples from septic patients, those patients whose immune system over-responds to an infection. And so we really work at the bedside and get clinical samples. And I think that's something that's really exciting for biomedical engineering or bioengineering students to take part in. So feel free to stop by BSB or email me if you have any questions. And I really look forward to this semester, and good luck, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Jones. And related to finding research, I'm going to pop in the chat here just a quick link to our research page. There you can go see what all the faculty are doing and further explore there. But next we have Dr. Gu Kang. So welcome, Dr. Kang.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for inviting me. My name is Gu Kang. I'm a new assistant professor here at Department of Bioengineering at UT Dallas. So if you are a first-year student, probably I'm as new as you guys. So for this semester, I'll be teaching. I'm a human movement biomechanist by training. For this semester, I'll be teaching the course title. It's BMEN 6V, V as Victory, 6V87, section 003. It's entitled Human Movement Biomechanics. That's what I'm going to be teaching this semester. It'll be about how we collect human movement data, how we analyze human movement data, and then what do we do with the human movement data. That's what we are going to be doing. If you are ever interested in how people walk, and then the walking pattern, how does it change when an individual have a certain disease condition, and then what is wrong with the walking pattern, and then how can we, is there a way to treat the altered walking pattern? If you're ever interested in, please email me. We can work together, and I'm also looking for a graduate student and undergraduate student to work with me in terms of research projects and joint papers. So yeah, that's me. And then welcome everyone to UT Dallas.
Thank you and welcome. So next, Dr. Girjas Obaid. So Girjas, perfect timing.
Thank you, Ben. Hi, everybody. Good morning, all, and welcome to the new start of 2021 fall semester. It's a pleasure to be here with you today, and it's a pleasure to be here at UT Dallas in general. I've been here since February of 2020, and my lab is the Molecular Imaging and Optical Nanotherapeutics lab. So we leverage optical imaging and nanotechnology to see how we can mitigate and reverse radiation and chemotherapy resistance. So we focus primarily on cancer. We have a really dynamic group. We've had an influx of undergrads, masters, PhD students. I've had a postdoc at some point as well. Really love having undergraduate students. One of our undergrad students actually just graduated. He joined UT Southwestern Medical School. But before he did that, he published a first author paper, which is fantastic. So really love having students there. It's a really dynamic group. I currently teach